Here we go. This is just a test. Just a test. We're gonna test out how well I can click on this thing and read. Okay. We're not gonna read it from this one. We're gonna read it from this one. So this is a true off my chest. This is one of probably 3 that I'll read today. I don't know if they'll be their own separate videos or not. Just kind of testing how I want to do this. Okay. So this is from Courage Efficient 8264. And I'm going to tell you, I don't like this person. So, this person, I gaslight my husband when we fight. This isn't anything crazy, just something funny that I want to tell people, but I can't risk getting caught. I'm just going to tell you right there, that means that it is something crazy or serious. You can't risk getting caught. It's no longer funny. But okay, let's find out what it is. My husband, 30 male, and I, 30 female, have been together for 8 years. For the past couple of years, I make him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day to take to work. I use Welch's Grape Concord jelly. This is important for later. Every day he tells me that I make the best sandwiches, and I just say I make it with love. Alright, that's kind of cute. That's endearing. I kind of wish I could get a partner like that. However, when we're fighting, he always says he can taste the difference in his PB&J. And I say, because I made it with hate. But the truth is, he can't taste the hate in his sandwich, because when we fight, I use organic, sugar-free grape jam. It's in the back of the fridge, he's never seen it, so it's what I use to convince him that he can't make me mad, or my anger makes food taste differently. Like I said, this wasn't anything crazy, but it's something I always get a giggle out of, and thought all of you would too. What a psycho bitch. And the comments all agree, like, oh, I thought this was going to be way worse. Oh, wow, she's technically not lying. It's all stupid. This isn't great. Gaslight. What the? You are gaslighting your husband. You're straight gaslighting your husband. You are correct in that. That's the one thing you have correct in this post. This is absolute vile. Like, I think she also posts this in petty revenge, which I would agree. It's a petty revenge. It's a stupid revenge. Because one, I don't think you should say the sentence, because I made it with hate, to your partner, to your husband, to your spouse. I don't think you should say that. At all, I don't think you should say that. That's weird. Now, if it's something where he's, especially if he's in the dark. Now, I don't want to victim blame, but I'm almost positive he knows, and he's just placating her since she's she's an unstable child who can't contain her emotions correctly and has to fuck with her husband's food when they're fighting. Doesn't say if it's something where, he really pissed me off. He did this thing. Like, he's in the wrong. He said a very mean, hateful thing to me. Therefore, I fuck with this food. No, it's just when we argue. Just as when we fight. What level of fighting? Like, what's going on? Is it a small argument? Is it a fight? Like, I obviously can't imagine that it's a physical fight, because then you're not doing enough if he's physically beating on you. Changing his food sounds like the dumbest thing to do. So it can't be that. And then anything with, I mean, sugar-free, that's just gross. But I have to imagine there's a difference between jelly and jam. The consistency. She just says organic sugar-free grape jam instead of Welch's grape Concord jelly. I'm almost positive I would be able to taste the difference, especially sugar-free shit. I can taste that immediately. I would be able to clock it. Again, not to victim blame the guy here, because he is the victim of his wife's instability and incapability of managing her own fucking emotions. But you don't know what you have in your refrigerator? Like, how does he not know what you have in the refrigerator? Now, this could make him kind of an asshole. It's like, you should know what you have in your refrigerator. Even when somebody else is buying groceries, you should know what's in the refrigerator. Maybe not every little thing, but if it's food you're consuming, you should just be aware of what's, like, the state of which the food is. That's just intelligence. Like, that's self-preservation. Why would you not check what you have in the refrigerator? And the thing that pisses me off the most about this is if I read the story and we play the game Swap Those Genders, it would read, my wife, 30 female, and I, 30 male, have been together for 8 years. For the past couple of years, I make her a peanut butter and jelly sandwich every day to take to work. I use Welch's grape Concord jelly. This is important for later. Every day, she tells me that I make the best sandwiches, and I just say I make it with love. However, when we're fighting, she always says she can taste the difference in her PB&J, and I say, because I made it with hate. But the truth is, she can't taste the hate in her sandwich, because when we fight, I use organic sugar-free grape jam. It's in the back of the fridge, and she's never seen it. So it's what I use to convince her that she can't make me mad, or my anger makes food taste different. I'm so angry at it. When I hear it that way, I'm just as mad, because he sounds like a petulant child who can't contain his emotions. And if you're mad at somebody, don't fuck with their food. Granted, this is very benign. Like, it's not like she's putting ground shavings or wood shavings or, glass. She's not necessarily poisoning her husband. Or if you flip it, it's not poison. It's not going to kill him. It's just going to taste bad. But it's the sentence, and he's never seen it. So it's what I use to convince him that he can't make me mad, or my anger makes food taste different. What do you mean he can't make you mad? At all? If you just get mad for no reason, you're just mad, and you blame him, you're gonna fuck with this food? What are these arguments about? I need to know more about what are we arguing about? Was the fight? You gave him a task, one task, like, hey, after work, could you pick up a gallon of milk, or could you do this small errand for me? And let's say, worst case scenario, he said, no, I don't want to. I want to get home. And that made you angry. Let's say he said, no, bitch, I don't fucking want to. You do it. Like, let's say he was a complete ass. Like, just the absolute worst. You know what you do in that moment? You have a conversation with him and go, hey, I don't want to be spoken to that way. I just asked a favor. If you didn't want to do it, you could just say no. And if he's speaking to you in this manner, you're definitely not fucking with his food, because if he finds out, like, I'd be scared to know what he would do to you. So it's just, these fights can't be serious. They can't be very impactful, but you're getting angry with them. Or maybe he didn't take the trash out when you wanted. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he did the dishes wrong. Who knows what he did? None of this constitutes... It's either too benign to fuck with this food, or the scenario is too extreme and fucking with this food is just going to make matters worse if he finds out about it. So either it's not important what you're fighting about, or the fights are so important that your only means of getting back at him is fucking with this food, and at that, it's just mildly fucking with this food. I don't like this post. Everybody says it's silly. Every YouTube channel that I've heard, I think it's only been one that I've heard, but just reading the comments, even in the other place where she posted it, people like are just on her side. And the YouTube channel I had watched, heard it on, I was driving and I was so mad. I was absolute livid listening to this fucking story. This story, I hate it with a passion. I don't like this woman. If I was the husband in this position, one, I would automatically know, because I can taste sugar-free stuff. It's an aftertaste. I'd be like, especially if I'm constantly eating Welch's Grape Concord jelly. I'm going to be able to tell, this one tastes different. This is a little different. Especially even if he can't fully understand, he knows it tastes different. And if my wife's response to me going, this tastes a little different, and she responded with, I made it with hate, I'm not going to eat her cooking anymore. Like, what do you mean you made it with hate? So you did something to it? Like, I'm going to ask questions. Like, did you change something? And then I'm going to go rummaging in the refrigerator to know, like, what did you change? And then I'm going to be mad when I find that she's been fucking with my food. Because I'm not going to fuck with her food if I'm mad at her. If I'm mad at her, I'm not going to fuck with her food. Regardless of how benign it is, because it is benign. It's literally just swapping sugar for sugar-free. Theoretically, some people might have an allergy or be allergic to sugar-free, but it's not going to kill you in the long run of things. But it's the principle of the matter, and this is what it just... I can't imagine being fake mad at somebody, or mad at somebody, and especially my spouse, which I don't have a spouse. I don't even have a partner. But being mad at that person and fucking with their food without telling, like, without it being like a prank. Like, let's say I'm mad, but it's not I'm not serious at being mad at him or her. I'm just, I'm in my feels. And I want to, you know what? I'll make a little prank out of it. So I make food and I make a little special batch, and let's say I like oversalt it, or something where it's, it's inedible. It's not going to kill you, but it's just inedible to have in that one bite. It's not a pleasant bite. And then I go, I can see that. But to hide it and to be like, I can't be found out. But it's just a silly little crazy. It's not that crazy. Yes, it is that crazy. You're fucking with your spouse's food. If I found out after several years that my spouse was fucking with my food and sabotaging it, again, regardless of how benign, instead of communicating with me or just not making me food in that moment, being like, I'm too mad, I don't want to make you food. That's fine. We can have that discussion. And I can make my own fucking food. So, like, you're making the food to be a nice partner, to be a nice person, be like, oh, my husband works. I'm gonna make him a meal to take to work, to help us with our grocery cost, so we're not made a grocery cost, but to help us, so he's not buying fast food or something. And it's just a little something, because that would make me so happy if I had a wife or a husband that made me food. A boyfriend, girlfriend. If I had somebody that took time out of their day to make me food, that would be amazing. So I could take it to work. Now, hopefully it tastes good. Hopefully this person knows how to cook. even just a little bit, but the thought is still there. But I just, I am like the only one. I have not seen a single person. I'm gonna pause this game a little bit. So here's what I just scrolled down a little bit. It's just from somebody called plus half 401. This reminds me of something I occasionally do with my kids, or when my kids are being stinkers. I make their sandwiches with the end pieces that are all crust. Okay, that is actually funny. That's actually like, make me mad. This is how I'm making your sandwich. Because the end pieces, you know, that's all crust. That as a kid I did not like. No, I don't think any kid likes the crust. Especially when it's just all crust on the back. Like, it's weird, it tastes funny, but that is kind of adorable. And it's like, all right, kid, you know, you made mom mad. Like, this is, when you do this thing, this happens. Still saying it out loud, it makes me want to retch. Like, it's kind of interesting. So, side note, if you want to like the crust, just toast the bread. Toast the bread, and it makes it so much better. It's thousands of times better. Thousands of times better. But I think you should just toast bread anyways. But then also get wheat bread. Don't get white bread. White bread's disgusting. It's absolutely ass. Okay. I don't like this story. Because of, again, I'm almost positive people would have the right take, making them hypocrites, would have the right take if the genders were swapped. If this was a man doing it to his wife the exact same way, people would call him a psychopath. Why are you messing with her food? That's not right. Girl, someone needs to get in touch with her so she can get out of here. She's in an abusive relationship. Because she would be. She would be in an abusive relationship. He's in an abusive relationship. Now, if this is the only thing, and it's again, this is the only thing she does, I still think it's bad. In my opinion, I think it's divorce worthy. Because I can't trust you now, like, because it'd be one thing if he's in the wrong for the fight, like legit in the wrong for whatever the fight is, because I can't think of any fight that would be in the exact place to fuck with somebody's food in this manner. So I don't know. I would need examples of what she's talking about. Like what fights they're having. Because maybe, but in that vein, it's like, this person knows about it? Like the husband would know? And I'm pretty positive he, unless he's so oblivious, he knows that she's doing something physically to the food. Like she's swapping an ingredient, and he just placates her like a child and goes, all right, she's mad, she's in her fifis, I'll let her calm down, she made me a sandwich. I still like the fact that even though she's mad, she made me a sandwich. Yes, she changed an ingredient, but I'll be the bigger person and just let her do this. And this is her one little hang up. She doesn't know how to control her emotions. I'll let it slide. That's what I have to imagine. That's what I have to imagine, because that's what I don't think I would be able to let it go, because it's a trust issue. Like, what if you're mad at me? You don't have to make me food. Just don't make me food. That would be the comment. Like, oh, we got into an argument, regardless of who started it, who's at fault, who's in the right, whatever. We're in a state. It's like, you know what? I don't want to make you food right now. 100%. I'm okay with that. I'll get something, or I'll make myself something. I think that's fine. But you don't fuck with somebody's food. Again, no matter how benign it is, unless it's a one-time thing, and they know immediately immediately. But I don't think you should fuck with people's foods. You don't know what people can and can't be allergic to. And no matter if you're like, nah, somebody can't be allergic to this, they might be. And guess what? They might not even know they're allergic to it. And you switched out one thing. And again, it might be something they've never ever had. Granted, I think this is pretty low, but it could be something that this person's never had in their entire life. You swap out an ingredient, you give them this new thing, and then it turns out they're allergic to it. That is a thing that can definitely happen, which is why you don't fuck with people's food. Even the prank idea I came up with earlier, I still wouldn't do. I could see that one, but I still wouldn't do because I'm like, I don't know if this could affect them or not. You know what would be a better one is with jelly beans, the little Bean Boozle things. That something like that, maybe. Because that's not going to kill you. It's going to make you want to throw up, though. But it's not going to... There's no risk. But then again, they might be allergic to jelly beans. It's just one of those things that I can't wrap my head around. I just can't. This is a short-ass story, and I have spent minutes talking about it. Minutes. I could keep going. But I feel like I've hit this dumb horse enough. Let's get the simple fact that I've made it, getting like 6 or so coins a second to 450k is pretty impressive. Oh, I hit the wrong goddamn thing. Son of a bitch. One of those. Let's just upgrade our coins. We can go for a good bit. Oh, up to 15. Not bad. 15. Let's see. So there is another one. I wish I could get this to, well, this is where I wish I could do it on my computer screen. This would be so much easier. Guess I can get a smaller, tinier screen that could fit under my monitor. We are just, you know what? I guess I'll leave this one. I'm gonna see. I might just retake this. But let's see how this one turned out. I'll just end it here. Be one story. I think I spent a decent enough time talking about how much I don't like this story. It's one that, for how little it is, for how insignificant it is, I'm playing up to it, and this guy might not even really care. This is something that bothers me. And maybe you swap the genders and it's still not that bad. I swap the genders and I think it's bad, and even if you don't swap the genders, I think the story is bad. I just think it's bad. Again, but it is a small story. Like it's not that big of a deal. It is me making a mountain out of a fucking molehill. But I think it's just how stupid it is, like how small it is in the scale of like a Reddit post. And the fact that people don't see that, like, this isn't good. Like, why are we on her side? You wouldn't be on his side if it was a man posting the exact same story, literally just swapping out the pronouns. It sounds worse. It's like, this guy sounds like a psychopath. It sounds like he's so emotionally unstable that this woman has to walk around on eggshells not to have her food fucked with. Anyways, well, look at that. We got to 3K like that. That was pretty quick. I'm going to end this one here. I'm going to get another story. And as always, I hope you like this. I don't know if this will be the first video or not. I'm going to do as very little editing as I absolutely have to because I'm lazy. And also, I have to find editing software. I don't really use free editing software, but, you know, I don't want to waste money on an editing software. But I guess I should. Alright. You know what, let's get back up to... You know what, let's just get to 5K because we're gonna get there in a few seconds. And let's see. Let's just get to 5K and then I'll end it. Damn. I wanted to stop it exactly at 5K. Oh well. All right. As always, well, I'll just say as always. Hope everybody that has watched has a good day, week, or year. If you don't decide to come back until the next video or so. Toodles.